The reason Arsenal went all out to sign Sterling from Chelsea. Some unusual clauses were attached by Manchester United in Chelsea's deal to buy Jadon Sancho. 1. Why Arsenal surprised everyone with Sterling. The Arsenal management team had no intention of signing Raheem Sterling until the final hours of the 2024 summer transfer window. 9 years ago, Arsenal was eager to have Sterling in their squad. At that time, the forward was one of the best attackers in England. Arsenal's then manager, Arsene Wenger, highly valued the player and held multiple discussions with Liverpool and Sterling's representatives. However, in the end, Arsenal couldn't compete financially with a wealthy Manchester City. In the 2015 summer transfer window, Man City offered Sterling a salary exceeding £180,000 per week, one of the highest in the league at that time. The transfer fee Liverpool received for selling the player was £49 million, making Sterling the most expensive English player at the time. Sterling also became the third most expensive player in Premier League history, behind Di Maria, who cost Mou £59.7 million, and Torres, who cost Chelsea £50 million. Arsenal approached Sterling again in 2017 when he was considering leaving the Etihad. At that time, a swap deal involving Sterling and Sanchez was initiated by Man City but fell through for various reasons. It wasn't until 2024 that Sterling finally arrived at the Emirates. The situation now is very different from 2015 or 2017. Sterling's form significantly declined at Chelsea last season, and Arsenal's playing style has also evolved. However, sporting director Eddie Gaspar and manager Mikel Arteta chose Sterling simply because the deal could be a bargain for them. Arsenal's current attack needs a player willing to accept a bench role and who is familiar with the Premier League, like Sterling. Eddie admitted that Arsenal never planned to sign Sterling at the start of the transfer window but felt it was reasonable to have someone experienced and knowledgeable about the Premier League like Sterling in the squad. At 29, Sterling is not past his prime. If Arsenal were to look in the transfer market, it wouldn't be easy to find a forward with Sterling's achievements and experience who is willing to sit on the bench at the Emirates. Arsenal's current attack needs more players ready to sit on the bench to deepen the squad, as finding a top-class striker this summer was too difficult. Arteta is also familiar with Sterling, having spent much time personally coaching him during his stint as an assistant at Man City. The Athletic revealed that Arsenal only contacted Chelsea about Sterling 6 hours before this summer's transfer window closed. The player arrived at Arsenal's famous London Colney training ground just 1 hour before the window closed. After loaning Reiss Nelson to Fulham, Arsenal was left with only 3 natural wingers in the squad: Leandro Trossard, Bukayo Saka, and Gabriel Martinelli. Including forwards, Arsenal also had Gabriel Jesus and makeshift striker Kai Havertz. That's not enough for a team that often plays with 3 forwards in the starting lineup. Jesus was injured at the start of the season and has rarely been fully fit throughout an entire season. Havertz is not a natural forward, while Martinelli and Trossard had never been exceptional. Comparatively, an informed Sterling could easily start for Arsenal this season on the left wing, replacing Martinelli or Trossard. What Arsenal needs most this season is goals. Sterling can provide that. Despite often being criticized for his finishing, the new Arsenal signing has scored 173 goals in 549 career appearances. If Arteta can reignite the fire within Sterling and return him to his best years at Man City, this surprising transfer could be a masterstroke for the Gunners. 2. A strange clause in the Sancho deal. In the final hours of the 2024 summer transfer window, Manchester United agreed to send Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. The English player had already agreed on personal terms with the Blues and had expressed his desire to join Stamford Bridge to Manchester United management. Chelsea will loan Sancho with an obligation to buy him outright after the 2024-25 season for around €25 million. However, the Times revealed that this clause will only be activated if Chelsea finish the 2024-25 Premier League season in 14th place or higher. The British media noted that this clause is considered a token condition in the Sancho transfer agreement between Man United and Chelsea, as the Blues are still expected to comfortably finish in the top 10 even in the worst-case scenario. Sancho's future at Old Trafford has been uncertain since last season. Since his £85 million move, the English player has never lived up to expectations. He also had a fallout with head coach Erik ten Hag, leading to his loan in the second half of the 2023-24 season. Ten Hag's decision not to include Sancho in the squad for the first two Premier League matches this season was a clear sign that the former Dortmund star was no longer in the club's plans. 3. Arsenal's new signing suffers a broken bone. Midfielder Mikel Merino sustained a serious injury during his first training session with his new club. According to The Telegraph, Merino suffered a shoulder fracture after a collision with centre-back Gabriel during his first training session with Arsenal on August 29. The 28-year-old player will be sidelined for an extended period, the report stated. This is a significant blow for both Merino and Arsenal. The Emirates Stadium club identified Merino as a top transfer target in midfield and spent several months securing his signature this summer. Coach Mikel Arteta shared during a press conference ahead of the match against Brighton on the evening of August 31st. Unfortunately, Merino fell to the ground and Gabriel landed on top of him. It seems he has broken a bone. Merino injured his shoulder but continued training. At one point, I noticed he didn't look well. This shows how eager Merino is to play and how he didn't want to accept an injury at this time, Arteta added. Merino was a long-term target for Arsenal throughout the summer transfer window. The Real Sociedad midfielder made an impression at Euro 2024, helping Spain win the championship. He notably scored the winning goal in a 2-1 victory over Germany in the quarterfinals. In the 2023-24 La Liga season, Merino played 32 matches, contributing 5 goals and 3 assists, helping Sociedad finish 6th and qualify for European competition. In the end, the Gunners spent €32 million plus €5 million in add-ons to complete the transfer. The 28-year-old signed a 4-year contract with an option for a 1-year extension. 4. Osimhen's disastrous summer. Victor Osimhen was eager to leave Napoli in the summer of 2024, but all the Nigerian striker's hopes were dashed. Sky Sports reported that Chelsea made a final bid to Napoli to sign Osimhen. However, with only 20 minutes left before the Premier League summer transfer window closed, the Blues received no response from the Italian club, forcing them to abandon the deal. At the same time, Chelsea received approval from Manchester United for the transfer of Jadon Sancho. The English player will join Stamford Bridge on loan for the 2024-25 season. The collapse of the transfer to Chelsea has left Osimhen facing a disastrous summer. The player is now in a situation where he is unable to leave and unable to stay. According to AS, Napoli has excluded the 25-year-old striker from the matchday squad in recent times. A few days ago, Napoli welcomed the arrival of Romelu Lukaku. The Belgian forward is seen as a replacement for Osimhen in the club's attack. For Osimhen, the only way out for his career now is to agree to move to Saudi Arabia. Al Ahly has contacted Napoli to inquire about signing the African striker. However, at the same time, they have also approached Ivan Toney Brentford to avoid the worst-case scenario of not securing any new signings. At 6:20 a.m. on August 31st, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Toney agreed to join Al Ahly. The English striker has completed his medical and will fly to Saudi Arabia to join his new club in the coming days. This makes it highly likely that Osimhen will have to stay at Napoli. Moreover, the 25-year-old striker faces a significant risk of being sidelined until the winter transfer window opens. If this happens, it will be a massive shock for a player who once dominated Serie A. Since joining Napoli in 2020, Osimhen has quickly established himself, regularly scoring 10 or more goals in each Serie A season. In the 2022-23 season, Osimhen exploded, scoring 26 goals in 32 matches in Italy's top flight. That achievement helped Napoli secure the Scudetto after many years of waiting.